Farm to table is big right now, but this Saturday, San Diego's agricultural industry hopes to get people to farms. In the 5th annual Farm Tour Day, Lindsay Hogue of the San Diego County Farm Bureau and Tim Connolly of Connolly Gardens are here to talk about the event. Lindsay, what can people expect to see at the Farm Tour Day?
What we try to show off at Farm Tour Day is the diversity of San Diego agriculture. A lot of people think of a farm and they think of some carrots, lettuce, and some cows or chickens. But farming in San Diego has a huge scope that starts with, yes, there's farms with cows and chickens, there's farms that are growing vegetables, but there's also nurseries all over the county. That's our #1 crop, as well as small farms, big farms, farms that are growing mushrooms, farms that are growing wine grapes. So we really want to show off the diversity of San Diego agriculture.
Now, Tim, this is your first year of participating in this event. You have a farm called Connolly Gardens. What do you want people to know about San Diego agriculture?
That we're still here, although we've been pushed to the perimeter, and we're still providing food for our region.
What kinds of things will people see at your farm?
At my farm, I grow a wide variety of heirloom tomatoes, cherry heirloom tomatoes, peppers, squash, some very unusual melons that were grown by Thomas Jefferson kind of thing. So I'm more of a specialty grower. I grow with no chemicals, no chemical pesticides. I grow with no plastics, so it's a very natural approach. So they'll see how you can do things without growing with poison.
Now, you said that farmers have been through some very rough times. I know there's a drought going on. There have been a lot of gusty winds. How are farmers faring?
The winds took off, first set of winds took off my outer sheet of plastic on my large greenhouse. The second set took off the inner set. Then the third set shut down the power to my greenhouses. So the winds have been brutal to me this year. The drought is a continuing drought, so it's nothing new to me this year. We have been making adjustments in what we grow and when we grow them. We've been doing soil development now for 7 years on this piece, so we have been in constant anticipation of lack of water because it is inevitable at some point.
Lindsay, what is the purpose of an event like this?
The purpose of an event to get people onto farms is to remind them that farming still happens here and remind them that their food comes from the ground, not from the grocery store, as well as all the plants and flowers. Cut flowers, all those bouquets, those also are being grown on farms here. And to engage with the public. We're a nonprofit. We're trying to keep farming something that the general public's aware of and that they can join us and be passionate about it. The Farm to Table, the Farm Fresh, all these local food movements are growing, and a big piece of that is being able to see actually where your food comes from, and not only where it comes from, but who's making that possible. These farmers are actually spending the day, and they're actually giving the tours. So they're walking and talking and telling them about their personal experiences. That gives both the public and the farmers a really good connection to see what's the reality of farming in San Diego County.
Do you think, Tim, that most people don't understand it?
My experience is people have a really romantic notion of magic turning dirt to food. Once you spend some time and you realize that you need to do this when it's 100 degrees out and you need to be out there when it's 30 degrees out, that romantic feeling kind of subsides, but we still get a chance to teach people how to give a shot at having their own garden by having this farm tour.
And what sort of comments do you hear from people who do actually come to Farm Tour Day?
We send a survey out every year, and we get an overwhelmingly positive response from people who participate. They do get to learn, they get to connect, they get to really see and actually feel what it is to be on a farm. And so we get comments of people. We have about a 60 to 70% return rate of people who come, and they come back year after year because they just want to see more. They want that annual connection with farming and growing growing products in San Diego. People love it. They have a great day. Kids love it. We have a family package available because we wanted to get more kids on these farms and show them that there's a lot out there in San Diego.
And we're going to close it there. Lindsay, Tim, thanks so much for coming on the program.
Thanks.